From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Tuesday, March 17th, 2026.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Keith Matheny. The Rouge River has a rough history. For most, the river running southwest through Wayne County communities to the Detroit River conjures images of heavy industry and pollution. Its oil-choked waters famously caught fire in 1969. It's identified as an area of concern by the U.S. and Canadian governments, an area needing special attention for its pollution. But many years of effort have improved water quality, and Wayne County, the nonprofit Friends of the Rouge, and other partners have worked for years to improve greenway trails along the Rouge and to provide access to the river itself for paddling. Along in the works, second phase of the Rouge Gateway Greenway project is slated to begin construction this year, extending a riverside trail system 1.9 miles from just west of Evergreen Road and north of Michigan Avenue in Dearborn at the confluence of the lower and main branch of the Rouge River, extending downstream to west of Southfield Freeway at Village Road near the Henry Ford Museum. The project installs a 10-foot wide pathway for recreation, lined with green buffer zones and removal of invasive species to improve river views. The $6.9 million construction, slated to start and be completed this year, is being funded by a Wayne County Economic Development Grant and the nonprofit Ralph C. Wilson Foundation. County Parks, Friends of the Rouge, and other partners are simultaneously working on access points to the river for paddlers, with the Rouge offering tree canopies and access to wildlife that might surprise some living in the most industrialized area of Michigan.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. The Gordie Howe International Bridge between Michigan and Canada isn't open yet, but the Bridge Authority has set toll rates and is starting to sell what it calls a breakaway tag or pass. It could be a sign that the $4.7 billion bridge may open soon, despite threats from President Donald Trump to block that. The interim CEO of the authority called the announcement a significant step in preparing to open. The Bridge Authority is also offering a 25% toll discount to use the breakaway pass. A one-way toll for passenger vehicles is $5.75 US. With the discount, that's $4.35. For commercial trucks, the toll per axle is $8.75. Discounted is $6.90. The Ambassador Bridge, which raised its tolls in December, charges $10 for automobiles, buses, and motorcycles, and $20 per axle for commercial vehicles, $15 with an Easy Pass discount. For now, the authority is only selling passes to business customers. A jointly owned project by Canada and Michigan, the new bridge was named after the popular Detroit Red Wings player, who also was Canadian, uniting the two countries with infrastructure and hockey. The Breakaway program, a hockey reference, is aimed at lowering the toll and speeding up the time it takes to drive through the toll lane. With the hockey pass, the toll will be deducted electronically, the gate will open, and you'll be on your way like a hockey breakaway, with no defenders between you and the goaltender. When the bridge will open is unclear, but the announcement said spring.
I'm Jenna Prstininski for the Detroit Free Press. Spring will soon bring charms of hummingbirds to gardens across Michigan. The tiny birds are flying north from their winter homes in Mexico and Central America now. You can watch the bird's flight path with an online interactive map. The Hummingbird Central map shows birds have already reached as far north as North Carolina. Experts say you can set up a bird feeder to greet the tiny creatures. Filling it up with nectar will give hummingbirds a good food source before flowers begin blooming. Hummingbirds should start arriving in Michigan by mid to late spring. To see the nectar recipe, visit freep.com.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thank you for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.